Okay. I'm trying to see if I can see myself. Okay, hold on. I have to yell at Jen. Come on, Jen. Let's go. Okay, so today I just kind of had to wait on making this video. Sorry, my hair's all scary. I've been composting all day. But I had to kind of, I had a lot of processing that I had to do with the incident that happened. It was pretty traumatic. And so I kind of had to wait in order to tell the story. So the light is on here in a weird way. Can you see how thick the chemtrails are? The chemtrails are they created a whole sky cloud with all the chemtrails. Sick. All chemtrail people, once things change on this planet, should be hung by the neck until dead. And that means all of them. All of them that withheld the truth for money and destroyed the whole fucking ecosystem of the planet everywhere. That is like the worst possible crime that could be committed against humanity. Anyway, so living in Nevada, I've never had to really deal with these things called meat bees or in the ground hive bees. And so the other day we had to move the big, it's kind of more of a permanent enclosure that they're moving, big metal fence panels and posts and stuff like that. We're going past my little compost post here because I was here. Remember, I just had a video from here. My compost. Oh, and here's a goat leg. And that's goat leg from the old man goat. And you can see meat bees are eating it. But I'm going to throw that on the barbecue for Jen. Jen, come on. The duck pooping, eating maniac. Here she comes. Hi, Jen. Jen. Hello. Hey, you. Over here. Okay, anyway. So we're putting the pen in a new area. And I went to get fence posts pulled out of the old area to the new area. And I set them, kind of dropped them on the ground over here. And instantly pissed off the underground bees. And instantly they were on me, even though there were other people around and dogs. And they just flew up out of the ground like a big black wave and came right after me. It just started stinging me like immediately. I just looked down and I was being stung by this bee and I kept feeling this pain everywhere. And the one guy, Andrew, that's here, started screaming at me, run, run, run to water, run to water. So I ran to the store or to the shower. So I'm just going to turn this so you can see. This is the area where it was at, kind of over by the back goat by that tree. So let's see if you can see that. So right down there is where this meat bee hive, which I'm calling them the cousin of the African bees. And they hive in the ground and they're very, very aggressive. Very, very aggressive. So they can bite and sting. And in their stuff, they have enzymes that break down tissue because that's what they do. They're meat bees. So that's what they do. They eat meat or anything, a lot of other stuff. So here's Jen. She's all freaky over there because she's smelling the goat and everything. It's kind of scaring her a little bit. She don't know what happened today. She was taking a nap because it was 102. So anyway, back to the meat bee story. So huge wave came out of the ground. I didn't see him. I was walking out after I dropped the post. They jumped immediately out of the ground, started swarming, like maybe, 300. huge, black fog coming behind me. The guy that was standing over here saw it, said ran. I noticed I was being stung. I ran. Okay, ran all the way to the shower. And I was just being stung to death. And a guy named Peter that's on the land, when I came running up over the hill, I said, Peter, help me. And he took his gloves and probably skimmed off 20 that were about ready to eat me. And they attacked my whole backside. My calves got way nailed down into my ankles. They even went into my boots. The backs of my arms, my forearms, my side. Oh, I had skin. I had my muffin. My girl muffin was sticking out on the left side. And the fucking 6 or 7 meat bees stung. Oh, whole area in my muffin. My girl muffin. And then I got one up here on my stomach. But I was fucked up. I swelled up. I ended up getting all my clothes off, getting into the cold shower, being able to kind of feel around, pull out the stingers. I probably ended up stung 30 times. I'm not even kidding you. I swelled up. These bites swelled up. Like I said, they have an enzyme in them that's trying to break your tissue down. And all I could do was shower, wash with soap. I had to get the smell of their hormones off of me, because if they smelt me anywhere at other hives, they could come after me and attack me, because they smell that I've already been assaulted. So the bees would smell that and then come after me again. So I had to change my clothes and everything. So I got out of the shower, just felt beat the fuck up. 30 just really violent bee stings. And for 2 days didn't feel good. Vomited. Luckily I'm not allergic to bees at all, or wasps. But we were on watch, right? We were on watch. So, yeah, so that's what happened. And so I've been really recovering. And it was such a weird thing that my period started 2 weeks early. And I think it's because of the hormone disruption, the hormone in the bees, and my body just kind of, it just was a crazy, crazy thing. And it was forever to recover. And these things, they felt like deep bruises. It felt like someone had taken a nail and hammered it through my tissue into my bone. That's how bad these meat bee stings felt. Bad. And I have friends that wouldn't have made it to the hospital even with the epi. We're far away from the hospital. We wouldn't have gotten there, because I've done wilderness emergency medicine back in my, climbing days and backcountry days, which I hope those days come back. I'd like those days to come back. So, I just took care of all my bee wounds and everything. But it was really, really a crazy situation. And, I've never been through anything like it. It was really traumatizing. I had to kind of process it for a few days. This happened on Monday. Today's Friday. And I'm finally kind of getting over it. And I'm not afraid. This is the really strange thing that happened from it. If I would have seen it happen to someone else while I was here, I would have been terrified of these meat bees. I would have totally freaked out. I probably would have packed my shit and left. But because it happened to me and I survived it and everything that happened, it's like scratch off your bucket list. Okay, attacked and stung by a hive of bees. Okay, survived it. I need a shirt. I survived hive attack. So anyway, I guess meat bees are kind of a native bee to Oregon. Ground bees, at any moment you can be plowing, you could be gardening, you could drive over the area their hive's at. Anything that disturbs that hive, blow on it and you will have clouds of bees billowing out. And they're mostly black, and they have little yellow, a little bit of yellow stripes on them, and not really any fur. I wish I could find, oh, you know what? There's a whole bunch of them on these apples. Let me see if I can get you a close shot of what these bees look like without pissing them off and them eating me, right? Okay, let's see if we can get right on a bee. Hold on. Okay, so I don't know if you could see that, but they're different. And that is a meat bee. Here's another bunch of meat bees going crazy over this fruit. Super dangerous, and then they digest all that stuff, and like I said, meat protein. Okay, anyway, that was my meat bee attack. And it's hard because, you know, sometimes I believe, like, come on, June, come on, let's go. Like, you know, dealing with the work that I do, you know, I believe that bees sting you in the place where you need to be stung. So there was just a lot of processing that I had to have done. And I think that they did. I've had some stuff going on with my calves that's keeping my back locked. And they hit some areas that literally were having, you know, muscle spasms, but we're also kind of releasing in that calf. So, I mean, maybe at the same time they're trying to kill you and trying to help you. You know, like I have no idea. And I have to call my bad dog because she's being bad. All right. Anyway, yeah, life is good. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Have a great day.